Hey everyone, good morning and welcome to another episode of More Than Just Task Management, your favorite daily podcast that helps you build a thriving and successful business. My name is Anna Angelova. I am a business coach and consultant and a co-host of this podcast. And I have Joris Minusman with me, my co-host. Hey Joris.
Hi Anna, hi everyone. Happy Tuesday, sunny one morning.
So today we will be talking about something that a lot of business owners face, especially as their businesses scale, right? And this is being the bottleneck in your own business. And it from a certain point, it makes sense, right? Like a lot of us start our businesses either as solopreneurs, like it's only us, or we might have a partner or two. And we still wear, even when we have partners, like we still wear so many hats. Like we do everything. Like we are the leader, we are the manager, we are the doer, and everything goes through us. We do everything, right? Until at some point when we grow and scale, uh, even when you're a solopreneur, chances are at some point you will actually outsource some of the work. You will have someone create things for you.
Mm,
And especially when you start having employees, like when your business grows in ways that you start having employees,
mm,
you need to let go of things, right? And
mm,
like one sign that you're a bottleneck in your business is like if everything needs to go through you, right? Like every single
mm,
thing needs to go through you. You need to give the thumbs up, the approval, the final word, things like
mm,
this. This is a sign that you are probably a bottleneck in your business, whether you realize it or not.
mm.
Any other thing you'd say that might be a sign for like people to realize that, oh, wait a minute, I might be a bottleneck?
Growth. I always you hit a certain level, and all those controls that you put in just to make sure everything goes through you, it impedes the growth because even if you work 20 hours a day, right, which is impossible, you will burn out. You will limit your business to a certain level. I understand from some perspective, it's really difficult because if you are, it's your baby, right? It's like literally giving away your baby. You have set a certain level of quality for your deliverables. You have set a certain level of customer service, and you're afraid that if you give it to somebody else, they will sit there and then be on their phones and drink coffee and not take care of it. But I think we went back to that with what we said. We talked about this way back, Anna, you and I, how to hire, who to hire. But it's if you hire the right people, if you put in the right systems, you have to let go. You will become the bottleneck at some point or the other. It's only so much water you can put in one glass. Then either the water spills over, goes to waste, or you get more glasses. So I always use this analogy. Well, I use it with beer, but that's a different story. Too early for in the morning for that. But absolutely, I think this one of the biggest signs of you being the bottleneck is growth. Your company has stagnated at the maybe 2 to 5%, up and down in revenue or your EBIT. But that's I think that's one of the biggest signs.
Absolutely, it's such a great point that like when you are the bottleneck, when everything needs to go through you, you limit the growth of the company. And yeah, yes, there are a lot of factors that impact growth, but one of the factors is that you are involved in too many things. And you already started talking about like how to stop being, and that one of the key things is like with hiring, right? Like we already talked about, you're right, that in one of our previous episodes we talked about hiring and
Hmm.
making sure that you get people who are better than you. Surround yourself, like if you know more than your marketing person, you have the wrong marketing person. Like you need to
Yep.
find people who are better than you, who play at these things, who
Hmm.
really enjoy and deliver value above, even if it's like just 1% above what you do, even if it's
Hmm.
just one thing that's better than what you do. This is a person that, yeah, uh, get them to start doing the work and
Hmm.
ultimately letting go. or delegating, whatever you want to call it, like this is a leadership skill. It's not a weakness. It's a leadership skill. And as your business grows, you actually stop being like, most of your work needs to go from. So in the beginning, if you are the leader, the one setting the vision, the strategy, the manager, making sure operations are working properly, and the doer. Ultimately, how you want to progress is the doing, right? Like you want to outsource some of the doing. It might not be everything, especially if you are consultant or coach, like in this kind of an area. Yes, like you will be involved in some of, at least some of the doing. But then you also want to gradually you want to delegate and let go of the managing, like have other people manage, and for you to be the leader, right? For you to be the visionary of your business. So hiring definitely, it's a skill, and as well, and a key thing, finding the right people to do the work is a way for you to stop being the bottleneck, right? Like stop being. And then the second part, like after you hire, then what comes is empowering people. Actually, like you hire them for a purpose, empower them, practice. Like with everything else, every skill is like practice, practice, practice. So practice, even if it doesn't work the way you wanted it to work the first time. Okay, like learn what are the lessons. How can you improve? How can you do better the next time you outsource or delegate something? Practice, practice, practice.
Yeah, absolutely. And stop micromanaging. That's the worst thing you can do. Stop micromanaging. We talked about perfectionism. Remember, if we even when you apply the 20/80 rule, when you let things go at 80% complete, and you don't wait for them to be completed, you need to apply the same thing, right, to the people that you're managing, to your management style. Remember, you noticed this, Anna, when we talk to our customers, I always ask this question. Let's fast forward 6 months from now. We have 3x your business. Are you ready? And that part of readiness is to have the right people and the right systems in place for you to be able to handle that volume. That's what we mean. Do not become the bottleneck. Even if it's a company that has 6, 7 people, are you ready? Do you have the infrastructure? So it's very important to recognize you're being the bottleneck and outsource it.
Yeah, and this is one of the things that's really in your power, right? That when you realize that you are the one slowing things down, that you are the ones limiting the growth of the company, the way things scale. The best news is that it's in your control. Like, this is like probably the greatest news. Like realizing that the biggest bottleneck right now for your business is you, like you meddling in too many things that are not important. And again, this is where the exercise of sitting down and listing everything that you do, like every single thing that you do, and really thinking about, okay, what are the things that I should be focusing on as the business owner, as the leader of this team? What are the things that I should be focusing on? And what are the things that I really need to let go of? Like, and where am I the bottleneck, right? And a part of it is also improving your processes. This will allow you to improve your processes, improve the way things work. If everyone needs to come, or for certain things that people need to come and get your approval, maybe there is an opportunity to revise this process, empower people, give them the accountability, responsibility to do this without you, without asking for your approval, without asking for your green light, thumbs up. So it's
Or
actually,
automate the
yeah,
process, even if it's something that you, it is required. For example, a signature for the bank, or a check to be, some of the legal stuff you need to be part of. Automate that process, right? Not just for yourself, but also for the people you're hiring. And you just keep applying the same thing. As you remove yourself as the bottleneck, you don't want the people that you hire to become the bottleneck, because you'll be in this endless loop of hiring and extra overload, and eventually it will hurt your bottom line. So remember, you were telling me who is it? The company that is managed 20 people manage a $50 million company. I forgot. You don't
Oh
need.
yeah, Darren Hardy's company. Yeah.
Yeah,
They are.
yeah.
Yeah.
They are very lean. It's all automated. Everybody knows what they're doing. Everybody knows they're not the bottleneck. There are systems in place that are automated for the mundane, and everybody basically gets almost 90% value out of their daily time, what they spend on.
Yeah, and this is where I know we don't have time to discuss some of these things today, but with what you were sharing, I just want to point out that also improving your own productivity, right? Because Joris, like you said, there are things that you need to do, of course, like some signatures, things like this, like legal, banking, financials, that there are things that
Yeah.
you might need to do. So improving your own productivity, one thing that we might have touched in other episodes, but batching your work, right? Like, batching those similar activities where you actually need to sign things. Like, okay, this is something that you're doing, let's say once a week, every Thursday afternoon, for example, right? For just an example. So
Yeah.
improving your own productivity, how you handle all these different tasks that you still have, because especially as a small, mid-sized business, you as the owner, there are things that you will need to do. There are different tasks. Like there might be things you do at the doer level, things you do at a manager level, and things you do at the leadership level. So like batching the work and organizing it in a way that again serves you and helps you do the best and also empowers your team to succeed as well. It's
100%.
an important step as well. Yeah.
100%. Very well put. Thank you, Anna.
Oh, thank you, Joris. A lot of insights and wisdom as always. So again, one thing, if you're left with one thing from this episode, let it be that if you find that you are the bottleneck, this is great news because you are in control. You can make a change. And like we mentioned a few things that you can do to stop being the bottleneck. And there's so much like your potential is limitless ultimately once you are aware and realize what's going on. So go ahead, do this evaluation, check whether you are a bottleneck or not, and let us know what the step you're taking to not be the bottleneck. Share with us, share with the community, and we would love to cheer you on and
Hear
support
from
you
you.
as you grow your business.
Yeah. It's a very good problem to have, being a bottleneck. That means there is a floodgate behind you that you have managed to bring to your doorstep. Now it's up to you to handle it properly without dropping the ball.
Perfect. Too well said. And have a wonderful day after you do the
Happy
exercise.
Tuesday.
And we'll see you tomorrow for another episode of More Than Just Task Management.
We may have an interesting topic about AI from our event tonight.
Oh yeah, we are attending an event.
We can discuss the summary of that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
All right.
Join us tomorrow.
Stay tuned. But a very interesting episode about AI and how it affects the business.
Good point. Very good point.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.